So now open the box. Where did I put it? The machine?
Oh.
I like to save the extra parts too, just to have. So what I'm going to need is this. First thing I do before I do anything is I determine the rack and the, so when you put the rack and this together, right, you always want to make sure, so the bottles are going to come about 8 inches above the back side of the rack where the top of the caps are. So that's usually a good spot right there. And then, so right about, you know, because you want it to be high enough for people to reach. Some people are shorter than others. So right there is probably good. And being that there's 2 sides to this, one is going to be a closure cap and the other one's going to be for the hose. I'm going to have the hose always come away from the rack because the chemical dispersing tubes are going to go up and into the hose barbs. So now I know where I'm going to put it. I'm not going to use these holes. I'm going to use my own holes. These are with this kind of a backboard, you always got to pre-drill it first. Just get it through because otherwise the anchors won't drill in. It's much harder. Okay, so once that's done, and you go into your kit, you're going to pull these out. We're going to make sure the washers don't get lost when they go in. And I just throw the trash right back into the box. So you get that in, so it's in good. Okay, one on each side. All right, so we know that this hose is going to go on the side away from the rack. I'm going to get that on really snug. It's easier to put them on before. So when once it's on the wall and you try to do it, it's hard to get it snug unless you use pliers. So I just get it really snug first. It's good to have some channel locks with you just to tighten everything up once it's on. All right. The other thing, normally I mark it with a pen. So like, it's good to carry a couple pairs of these. And I have 2 in here. And then I carry a drill bit set. So I'll just, since I don't have my pen on me, I'll mark it with this. I have a pretty good level eye, so I'll just start like that. Alright, so once that's done, grab a couple of these anchors. These will hold 50 pounds, or well, actually no, sorry, these will hold 100 pounds. So that's good. And I'll get those in there. Get them in nice and flush. Okay, once that's in, you're good, ready to start mounting. And then I will go ahead and set up with a drill bit now so I can hang my rack or mark my rack. And put that on a drill. Okay. And I'm gonna kind of use this as a level, right? So I can use this to just mark it and then I can go from there. Okay, now I got that started. I'm just gonna finish it off. Just to get through that first layer. All right, and then you can take that off. Put the drill bit right back in. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to get 4 of these. Two, three, 4. Sometimes they break. I got the wrong one in here. There's difference between the pointed end and the 3-prong, and because it's a harder backing, these are actually meant to go through sheetrock. So without that hole being big enough, I need a pointed tip in order to go in quick. So that's why I had that break. I think I do have one more in here somewhere. Here it is. Oh.
This is plaster wall. Our one will be wall, brick wall. So different bay here is plaster wall. So they're going to use this.
Perfect. So I have 2 more, luckily.
Our one the common wall plug.
All right. So that's the anchors are in now, and then I need to get 6 screws. And then 2 of them are going to go into these larger washers for the rack. Big size here. Gonna hold 2 gallons, no problem. Okay, so then this one's ready. I take those screws and then 2 more washers. Okay.
Does that a lot of weight go on this at all?
No, not at all. It's just pushing button. That's all it is.
Right. There's only a little bit of weight.
It's not going anywhere. Okay, so once that's done, next step is attaching the water hose. Make sure that's on tight. And kind of get it to where it's out of the way here. And we'll put it this way.